Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Marquette Lately. Yes. Welcome back, and I'm your host, Alex Rivera Grant. Y'all know me, some of you don't. Hello if you don't. Unfortunately, my co-host Sierra won't be joining us this week, but she will be back next week, so look out for her. But in the meantime, I'm running this show myself. Yes. Well, without further ado, let's take a look at what's been happening at Marquette lately. Freshmen and sophomores, as you know, the core class is changing sections again. It's time to get another perspective on a relevant issue. And I could complain about the transition, but honestly, why stop at 3 perspectives when we could have 6? Double the learning in half the time? Just saying. Just makes sense. You know, speaking of classes, class selection is coming up, but don't get too excited about your schedule because just as soon as you get comfortable with it, that little blue square is gonna pop up and ruin everything. And it's all closed. Housing for sophomores is also coming up very soon. And I pay way too much money not to get my first choice, okay? Not spend all this money to end up in O'Donnell. And I'm a sophomore. I'm not an RA. Who do I call? Like, I gotta get this fixed. Like, I'm not a joke. This is not a joke. Can anybody help? And we can't forget that women's basketball is starting too. Yes. Men's basketball is so much more widely viewed, but we are rooting for you ladies, okay? Yes. Let's give them a round of applause. Come on. Yeah. And we hope your year is a slam dunk, unlike the men's not so slam dunk performance at the end of last year. Now, the schedule is all messed up this year. We only have like 2 weeks in between Thanksgiving and finals. It's like Thanksgiving, dead week, and then, you know, you got to take your test after that food coma. You know what I'm not thankful for this year? That. Just saying. And, you know, speaking of another messed up schedule, daylight savings happened this past weekend. And even though we supposedly gained an hour of sleep, it's almost like the university is conspiring against us to make us tired earlier on in the day. I think it's to keep us from getting straight A's. Just so they don't have to give us those scholarships, you know. Just a theory. In celebrity news, My Chemical Romance is making a comeback and even going on tour. And let me just say, leave it to MCR to rise from the dead around Halloween and bring my emo phase back to life with them. Yes. Shane Dawson's new makeup line in collaboration with Jeffree Star broke the internet. Like, literally broke the internet. 3 websites were like completely off. And maybe I'll have to write my own conspiracy theory about how it was a ruse to distract us from the real problem. You know, my lack of sleep. Seriously? MU? I'm watching you. Okay? Now that Halloween is over, Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé are finally defrosted for the year. Maybe because of the lovely sunny weather we've been having. Just a guess. And you know, speaking of Halloween, Helen DeGeneres went as Cardi E for Halloween. I don't know about you, but it's really weird for me to see Ellen out of her normal blazer and button-up in Cardi B attire. It's something I'm never gonna unsee, okay? That's all I have to say. And finally, a dating simulation game has been made featuring KFC's mascot, Colonel Sanders. Yes. I guess people aren't clucking around when it comes to their chicken fix. Or I guess it would be their Sanders fix, because the games you date him. I don't know. Stay right there because I'll be joined by September Melody and Myles for a game of Finish the Lyric.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored?
Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Marquette Lately. Please give a warm welcome to my two guests here, September, Melody, and Myles. Yes.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, guys. How are you feeling?
Good.
Blessed.
That's always how we gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys ready to play a game? Or Myles, you came on here, played a music game
Yes,
before.
yes.
Didn't go too well for you, but
I won. Did I
know,
win last time?
You did, but it was
You
a
won
struggle.
in your heart.
No, I won last time.
He won.
I won. Cashing no nothing.
That's true. She really did.
Oh, Lord.
Last time.
Do you think, are you confident you're gonna win this next music game?
Nah, I'm going to be the one to win. So,
Okay.
We'll see how we'll see.
we will see.
Ooh, we already got some rivalry going already. Okay, well, the name of the game is Finish That Lyric. So I have these beautiful cards right here.
Okay.
And they have lyrics from popular songs on them, but one lyric is taken out. Could be at the beginning, could be at the end, could be in the middle. So I'm gonna read the whole lyric, obviously not the word that's not in there, and then you can ask for a hint, and it'll just be the artist.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys can pick who goes first, but whoever's turn it is, they'll get to answer first, and if they don't get it, the other person gets a chance to steal.
Ladies first.
No. You can go first. I'll let you take the lead.
All right, fine. Oh, wait. Well, that's shady.
Are you ready?
I guess I'm going first.
Okay. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Best friend sent me down in the salon chair. Shampoo blank get you out of my hair.
Dang, I feel dumb.
Come on. I know you can get this one.
Next.
Is it condition or it's condition? Is it condition? Press. It's press.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
Good job. Yes. It was Lizzo, y'all.
I'll give you that one.
Oh, do I have to say the artist too?
No, that's just the hint.
Oh, okay.
If you need it, which you didn't.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Gotta leave you all behind and face the blank. Do you want to hint?
You gotta face the world. That's a guess.
Yeah, okay.
The
it's a
cabinet?
guess. Do you want the hint?
You said
What's
cabinet?
The hint? What's the hint?
Queen.
Queen?
Is the artist.
I don't Nicki Minaj?
No, like the band's Queen.
Queen is the artist?
Like the band Queen.
Oh.
Freddie Mercury.
Queens. Queen. Wait, you mean Rhapsody?
Yeah.
It is?
No. It's no. Like you
That's
got
not the name of the song?
That's the name of the song, but you gotta guess the lyrics.
Okay. Wait, can you say it one more time?
Gotta leave you all behind and face the blank.
I gotta sing the song from the start. Okay, so one second.
Wait,
got
you
that
got
much.
like 5
Is
seconds.
this-
We don't got all that
I don't got
time.
it.
Give a guess. Just
Oh,
a guess.
dang.
Can I guess?
You don't have an answer?
Face.
Okay, no.
I'm gonna guess world.
World?
That's why I said world.
I don't even know who Queen is, so.
When
you say Queen, I think of Nicki Minaj.
The answer was true. Sorry, guys. Guess you need to study up on your Queen knowledge since you don't even know who they are.
Definitely should.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is your turn.
All right.
I saw the signs and I ignored it. Rose-colored glasses, all blank.
Hint.
Selena Gomez.
Say it again.
I saw the signs and I ignored it. Rose-colored glasses, all blank.
I only know basic Selena Gomez, like Where Is the Waverly Place.
Who is Selena Gomez?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Just kidding.
The Wizards of Waverly Place with
Alex
the wand
Russo?
and...
Okay, I was thinking, come on, La Flor.
That's Selena.
No, wrong one.
Do you not know? You don't have a guess?
No.
Do you?
No.
Okay. The answer is Distorted.
That's a song?
That sounds like
It's
a Gunna
from her
lyric.
new album.
And we're radio people. We should know this type of stuff.
We
Well,
definitely
not
should.
see, you gotta do some research. All right. September Melody.
Okay, ready.
You got this.
Game time.
And I'll call you when the party's blank.
The party never ends. Travis Scott. Oh.
And
But even if you don't know it's September, that's common sense right there.
Wait.
I'll call you when the party's blank.
Who is it by?
Billie Eilish.
Ew.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah, you know, she wears baggy clothes, has
Oh.
dyed hair.
Okay. I'm not familiar with this song at all.
Okay,
Can I guess?
when the party's blank.
Can I guess?
Do you not have? I want to give her a chance.
When the party's blank, and then I just gotta fill it in.
Yeah.
When the party's over?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
I don't even know the song, and I put that two and two together.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey,
she tried
one
her
for one.
best. Yeah,
Thank
now
you
you're
for that.
tied.
Oh, we are?
I got you.
What's
Yes,
the
we're
next-
tied.
next
All right.
song?
You better get this one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This is a long one, so you gotta listen. Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right, and I see the
Hollywood
blank.
sign, welcome to the land of female sex. Whoa, am I gonna fit it in?
Good job. See, I told you.
What song is that?
Party in the USA.
Oh, okay.
Oof, oof.
It's okay. Okay, I'm nervous for you for this one.
I'm nervous too. You think you're I'm nervous.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
I should blank warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. It's a weird part of this song to choose.
Who is it by?
Pharrell Williams. If you need another hint, I got you.
I need another hint.
Yeah.
It wasn't Despicable Me.
Oh,
Despicable
Lord.
Me.
Remember he
I didn't
wrote that
watch
song
TV
for
growing up.
Despicable Me?
It's a
Can
movie.
I phone a friend?
You phone a friend?
All right. Do boop
Sure.
boop do boop boop boop.
No.
Ring, ring.
You don't have a guess?
I have a guess.
Do you have a guess?
I've never heard this song before.
All right. Okay. You got one?
Say it one more time.
We don't have time for me to say it one more time.
What you mean? It's
I should blank warn you. I'll be just fine.
Oh, I have a guess.
I should really warn.
I should just warn you.
No.
I should really warn you.
No. The answer was probably.
Oh.
From the song Happy. I
That's
should
in
probably
Happy?
warn you, I'll be just fine.
That was in Despicable Me.
It was at the end. All right, well, Myles, you did win again.
My
Good
record
job.
at Marquette Lately stands.
Oh my God.
Good job.
Tune
so
in
proud of you
to.
both. Go ahead. Do your
Please
plug.
tune into our radio show MK Countdown on Tuesdays at 7:30 on Marquette Radio.
Yes. Although we don't specialize in pop music, we specialize in hip hop and R&B. So
Please watch.
Everybody's got their music. Yes. All right. Well, thank you for joining
Thank you
us.
for
and I
having
hope you
us.
guys
Yes,
did
thank
have fun
you.
with the game, even though it was a little difficult.
hey,
I'm
I learned
sorry.
something new, you know?
Yes.
I mean, I won, so I had a blast.
Look. Look.
I had a blast.
Well, we'd love for you guys to stay in the audience and finish out the rest of the show
We
with
would
us.
love to.
We do have to say goodbye.
Yes.
Bye-bye. Thank you for
Bye.
having us.
Bye. All right. We have our 3 performers. Please welcome GQ Melo, GQ Scotty, and Ritchie Booze. Yes! Hello. Thanks for coming on the show. So why don't you introduce yourselves for our audience at home, you know, the ones not here.
All right, I'm GQ Melo.
GQ Scotty.
Richie Booze.
All right, and then why'd you choose those names?
Well, actually, we were just chilling in Scotty's apartment. It was me, Scotty, and my girl, and we were trying to come up with my rap name. And I had GQ Preacher because I'm like a pastor's grandchild, but I was like, nah, that's whack. And we had some other ones in the mix, and I said, nah, I want something mellow. And so I decided GQ Melo because I don't know, I'm a pretty mellow guy.
Yeah, mellow dude.
I'm super mellow.
Even the beats that he make is mellow.
Yeah, I'm super mellow.
The voice too. Nah,
It's
but
a good thing to be.
Yeah, man.
yeah. So the GQ in the name, it actually comes from Generational Quest, and we got together in the summer, and we was thinking like, man, I want to do something, like, cause both of us was doing music, and then my boy, he was doing art. Oh yeah, I gotta show y'all.
Yeah, man.
So my boy, he was doing art, right? And a couple of my roommates, and it was like, man, we gotta do something big. We can't just use this for no reason. So we just got to thinking, and I was like, man, me and you can make a group. What type of name? And we just brainstorming, and I think it took us like a whole day. And I was like, the next day, I was like, Generational Quest.
Yeah.
And it just came together, and then it just can't, like, we abbreviated it, and it's like GQ, and I just put my name in there, so GQ Scotty. So basically, we just trying to transcend art and artistry in Milwaukee and start the Milwaukee Renaissance.
And pray that we don't get sued by the GQ magazine.
Yeah, pray.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, you know. You never know when they're gonna come after you. No, what about you?
Yeah, so me, it ain't really nothing special. So my real government name is Ritchie Booze. So around the time, like my freshman year of high school, you know, when I got to high school, people didn't like calling me by my first name. They used to always call me my Boozer. That was it. That was what they liked. They didn't really like my first name. They liked my last name. So one day I was in Spanish class and I was like, man, I ain't just Booze. I'm Ritchie Booze. And then everybody just ran with it. Like my guy was like, bro, that's smooth, bro. You need to run with it. So I was like, you know what? Since I rap, that's gonna be my rap name. So I'm like, I'm Ritchie Booze. So.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, you're sticking to who you are, and that's really cool. All right, so like, how'd you guys like get into this whole thing? Like, what started it all?
Man, since I knew what a note was, I was like singing with my family, singing. I grew up in the church, and you know, I was always singing like songs. It was real. I always grew up with Christian music. Like they always had corritos in the car with my grandma. So they were like, "En el nombre del Señor le estamos todos tú y yo," and that's what I grew up on. And then my uncle, he started like, I would like sit in his car and he started like playing stuff like 50 Cent. He'd have stuff like Tupac, and that was completely new to me because prior to that it was all Christian music. And you know, that started like morphing how I started like looking at music, and yeah, that's really how I started. Yeah.
Well, for me, I've been doing music I've been writing since I was 14. And it basically came from like having I didn't have a musical family that actually did music, but they always showed the love. We always like watched the movies for like the classics, like the Temptations or the Five Heartbeats. So it always was in me, and then it got to the point where I'm like, I need something to express myself. Like I tried the art, that ain't work. So I got the writing. And once I got the writing, I just kept it to myself. I'm like, man, this actually sounds good. And then it got to the point where I'm like, I gotta show somebody. So I showed my friends, you know, and they approved. And then I actually put it away for a little bit because of school and everything. But I had some old songs, and I showed my friends again, and they was just like, this time it was like, man, you gotta do something with it. So then I just took off and ran with it.
So for me, it all really kind of go back to 2010. So I've been probably writing raps probably since I was like 11, 12 years old. I'm 21 right now, so it's been a long while. So basically what happened for me was I was watching the 2010 BET Cyphers, and this was around the time like LimeWire, you know, before streaming services, it was the legal downloading. So when that came about, I was out there searching for all the music was out there. Like my older sisters was putting me on to older music, so I was always listening to everything. But then when I saw the 2010 BET Cyphers and I'm seeing all these different type of rappers and I'm watching how they manipulating all the words and they coming up with these phrases, they manipulating the language that in ways they wasn't even doing that in English class. So I was like, if they can do that, I want to do that. I want to master that skill. So then like for past 8-9 years, I just kept working at it.
It's a beauty in like writing. It's something about writing like your full thoughts. Because when you do music, it's almost like you're sharing your consciousness with people.
Something that starts small and becomes a part of you. That you can't let go of it. It's crazy.
I see why y'all rappers, y'all are poets. Oh my gosh. That was so beautiful. Like, I love hearing like how it's touched your lives and how it really formed you into like these like people that you are now. So then, like, what's like your process? Kind of like, do you kind of just like feel things out when you're writing, or is it just like?
Let me tell you, and Scotty knows this for sure. I be staying up till 2 a.m. just because songs are running through my head. I have this thing called synesthesia, specifically chromesthesia, where I can essentially hear color in songs. So like certain songs will have a certain tint to them. And like, so at night I'll have like these different ideas that are running through my head, and because it's so vibrant, because there's so many colors, I wake up and I start making a beat, or I start like writing words down or a melody down, and I send it directly to Scotty. I'm like, Scotty, I cannot sleep, you gotta hear this. And Scotty's probably like super asleep, and he's like, that's nice. That's my process, really.
The process for me is like I get inspiration from different artists, like, and it be like, it don't even have to be rap. I really be listening to like UK music, like Georgia Smith and Ryman, and like I hear it, I be like, man, I gotta make something that's different. So everything that I do, I try to make myself versatile. So every time I hear a different artist, I try to use some of that and put it together with some of this, you know, and try to use different like people, well, different artists in order to use and bring it into my artistry. And it just really just comes down to like with the song, it's like I'm good at writing hooks, or I'm good at hearing a beat, hearing who could be on the beat. And that's what happened with our songs, you know. And that's how we first formed the group, because I made a song and I heard him do a verse, and I'm like, he could be perfect on this. And that's how it happened. You know?
Great partnership.
Yeah, man. Dynamic duo coming in, pal.
Then what about you?
So for me, like, I get inspiration from everything. So people, places, things I learned in class, like, it all just rest in my brain, and then like, or I can come up with a line, whether it be in the shower, sleep, write it down on my phone. I might or may not use it eventually on, but usually for me, when it comes to like the writing, I hear the beat first. Then once I hear the beat, I hear the flow. Once I can get the flow, then I just gotta like put the lyrics in. But the main hardest part is usually like that first line. I feel like the first line is the hardest part. The middle and the end is nothing to me, but the coming up with that first line is the hardest part. But the sweet thing about it is when you get that first line, it just unravel all on the page.
Facts.
That's true.
So then, you mentioned like getting inspiration from like other artists. So who would you say like your biggest inspirations are?
Ooh.
I know it's a loaded question. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I had to ask it.
I'll start. I'm gonna take it back to my roots. There's an old salsa singer called Hector Lavoe. Man, he's got songs that touch on everything. He sung throughout every experience in his life, through the good and the bad. He had a concert after his son got shot, and he still like expressed that emotion to people. And so just being able to carry that emotion and still be able to perform and carry that passion with you no matter what, through the thick and the thin, that's been my inspiration, to the point where I started calling myself El Cantante like he used to. But you know, that's a whole different story.
For mine, I'll say I know the 4 exact biggest ones. It's definitely Tupac, J. Cole, Boogie. It's like the last two is like people that, it's underground, but I've been following them since they first started. So Boogie, because he showed the vulnerability of a rapper and an artist that I wanted to show in my music, you know. He poured his whole heart on the music, and that's what I base my music off of. And as far as Ishdar, he's actually from Milwaukee. And that was a big inspiration for me, because he was 18 around the time he started to blow up, and I'm 18 right now. And I was listening to it at 14, like, cause we got 2 different styles of music in Milwaukee. You know, we got the trap, but we also got the new, hopefully GQ type music, you know. But it's like what Ishdar started, that he pioneered it. It's like different. It's a different wave. It's like the bounce of Milwaukee. And I was hearing this, I'm like, man, I gotta make something like this. And I've been doing music. I've been trying to make something with the bounce of Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think for me, I just got inspired by basically all the like Jay-Z, Tupac, Nas, Nipsey Hussle, Kendrick Lamar, Wale, J. Cole, AZ, Common, G Herbo, Rick Ross. Like I listen to everybody, and it is all just coming to basically who I am as an artist. And like he said, you know, I'm inspired by like the different sides of Milwaukee music, because I listen to all Milwaukee music. I listen to the street Milwaukee music, because that music do speak to a reality, and it bump too. Like that music go in, but at the same time, like I appreciate the lyrical, the more introspective side. So when it comes to basically who influenced my sound, it's like everybody done influence my style, like from underground, mainstream, lyrical, trap. I don't care. Hip hop is hip hop. As long as it's great music, it's great music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is all the time that we have for the interview, but I want to thank all three of you for sharing that. What you said was really beautiful, and it's really just like amazing to see like where you've been and like how you started and all of that. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And then stay tuned, because when we get back, they're gonna shine up there for you. Yes. Good job. You guys are really great. And then
Action!
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
Hey! There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
welcome back again to Marquette Lately, and please give a hand for our first performer, Ritchie Booze.
Produced by Sirius.
How y'all doing tonight? Turn it up a bit. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Said that I was trash, knew that they was hating. Remember I was down, now I'm elevated. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Said that I was trash, knew that they was hating. Remember I was down, now I'm elevated. I'm the greatest. Celebrated by women naked, imitated by frauds. These gods ain't always sacred. Vision crazy, been sinning lately. Killing babies for crying. All that singing on hooks, leave that R&B to the Islands. Thomas, the way I'm rhyming. Dedicate a flow. Anton Rose, the pig, the worst meat in the bowl. This beat that I chose, it preached to my soul. EP was classic, half of the critics trashed it. Closest attempt to Illmatic, feel passion every time I write it. Motivate brothers indicting, hustling and fighting, tussle with lions. Your well speak loud when your hustle is quiet. Blood on papyrus, spare Roman side of these lines. 9 years in the game, where the heck is my time? I don't cry over the news, it's all by design.
Property is a privacy, poverty is a piracy. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Said that I was trash, what? Knew that they was hating. Remember I was down, now I'm elevated. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Said that I was trash, knew that they was hating. Remember I was down, now I'm elevated. My counterparts correlate with Corchesters. Vortexes to warm days on that warm vessel. Harriet Forge let us fall better. Crayola locks, dreading what y'all did to the game. See y'all visibly change. Some massaging my ways, prodding my ways. Eyes in the flame. I cried in shame when Bobby danced on the table. Don't understand that the label concocting our culture for mass profit, having no option, signing in advance alone. Got that from Hove, he said it in a song. On your own masters or be owned by a master. A Grammy can't define me, what's gold to an African. Northside Mill from the home of the savages. Rolling 3.5, that's a grade point average. Basking in the glory of kings that came before me. Bring tears to OGs and wayward shorties. Powers that be, power at me, bowing my feet. Planning a revolution, cause it's deeper than music. My homie from Chicago said I'm too poetic. If you love Jones, realize my trust in phonetics. Your entendres, you be coming in second. Can't comprehend that, it'll come in a second. I don't walk on water, I run with a blessing. Save rap once again, guess my coming in second. Gunning for legends on my day with destiny. Pray she see the best in me. Side chick face screaming recipes. I'm the pedigree. Why I fear a man with a pen in their hand, or a phantom that's possessing the bed. Come where I stand, debate with soldiers walking the land. Speak ill on my name, then it's off with his hand. I play with sand, little dog, I'm ahead of my time. I'm the greatest, need proof, go press rewind. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Said that I was trash, knew that they was hating. Remember I was down, now I'm elevated. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Said that I was trash, knew that they was hating. Remember I was down, now I'm elevated. I am.
That was a great job. Thank you so much. Give him another round of applause. Come on, he deserves more applause than that. Come on. Now we're gonna have our next performers come up. Our next performers, you know who they are. You love them. GQ Melo and GQ Scotty. Take your mic.
Do I love you? We need to improve on black and brown relationships. I hate this. Awaken to the smell of you every night. And go to sleep to the feeling of you. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Puedo tener tu new beso. You the one, baby, I must manifesto. Come take a chance with the kid who got less though. It's like a Selena, got to me death row. I'm impressed though with your pretty eyes. Every aspect of your beauty got me baptized. I mean truthfully, won't you realize to catch a glance, look away, it get real tight. I'm from the north side with the Cartiers. You from the south side of Milwaukee, yeah. Meet me in the middle. You can talk to me there. The boundaries of our city I am well aware. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita, Bonita, Bonita. I said Bonita, Bonita, I'm in your water. water, no salida. We run away to the isla to do some things we can speak of. I see us and pray to Jesus that we could one day just be one. I keep up appearances by some matching Adidas. Is you want a real love like that Will and that Jada Smith? I want a love that lasts and can blast through the turbulence. You put me in a trance that combats hallucinogens, attaches my hubris and makes my days humorous. I cannot describe it when I see you right beside me. Me and you got a connection. It's like I finally found my wifey. Ex-player, I'm a retiree, cause I found the most unlikely. My day was met when you found me. Damn, you so enticing. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on.
Said Bonita Applebaum, said you gotta put me on.
Bonita Applebaum, said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on.
Baby girl, yo quiero enamorarme. Can't describe the feelings every time you are around me. Wonder if you found me or my reputation, overcasting my dedication, overcasting my education. Probably heard it all. Man, don't get involved. They giving me tasks cause they was never it, but you all of it with your caramel complexion. Heart be saying that I'm destined and that simply ain't no question, fessing up to it. I've been crushing for a long time. 6 more bags of chips, they was equal to $1. Passion redefined, this my dissertation. You the one with no contemplation. Bonita Applebaum,
you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum said you gotta put me on. Bonita Applebaum, you gotta put me on. Bonita, you gotta put me on.
Oh my gosh. Come on, let's give him a bigger round of applause. Come on. Yeah. And if I could get Richie back on the stage, please.
Bring me Richie.
Richie. All right. I just wanted to thank you guys again for coming on and give you guys another round of applause because you all did that. And then I just wanted to ask if you had like any upcoming events or anything that you wanted to plug just before we end the show.
As a matter of fact, Scotty,
I have just made my debut LP. It is called Emergence, and you can check it out on any streaming services. You just look up GQ Scotty and check it out. It's a 14 track, and by the time you're done, I'm telling you, you're gonna be able to get a little piece of me.
Speaking of getting a little piece of him, this Saturday at the ASA event, we better see you all there because it is not only gonna be amazing,
it's gonna be sensational.
Sensational. Sensational. And I can promise you that.
Well, thank you guys so much. And thank you to September Melody and Myles, too. You guys can come up on the stage if you want. Get another round of applause. Yes. And thank you to the studio audience. You know we couldn't do it without you. We love you. Yes.
Shout out Lonnie. Shout out Larry. Shout out everybody.
So we hope to see you next week for another episode of Marquette Lately. And we hope to see you Saturday for the cultural show. Bye, everyone.
Que la pasen bien, mi gente.
Wait, Alex, towards the end.